In 2008, just as the world was being engulfed in a financial crisis, a mysterious figure emerged from the shadows of Wall Street. This man, known only by his trading handle, Magnus, was about to become a legend in his own right. He defied all odds and turned the crash into a golden opportunity. To the world, he was a mystery. To the Wall Street elites, he was a threat. To the day traders, he was nothing short of a superhero. Magnus was not a man of luxury. He preferred solitude, living in a cramped one-bedroom apartment in the heart of Manhattan. He was a man of routine, spending his days staring at multiple computer screens, immersed in the intricate patterns of stock charts. His story began in 2001, with a transaction that would forever change his life. He made a staggering $3 million from one trade. He was just 22. Magnus had tasted the thrill of victory and wanted more. Little did he know, he was stepping into a battlefield, one where triumph was just as probable as a disaster. The world was about to be hit by the greatest financial meltdown since the Great Depression. Magnus lived a simple life, away from the public eye. His humble abode was filled with computers, the tools of his trade. Magnus was skeptical of the financial system, a sentiment that grew stronger with every passing year. His skepticism had a root, a transformative event that shook his faith in the system and made him question everything he thought he knew. Back in the late 90s, Magnus was a regular college kid. He was exploring his passions and carving his path in life. But everything changed in 1999 when he stumbled upon a documentary about Jesse Livermore, the infamous trader known for his spectacular gains and devastating losses. Livermore's story was one of triumph, disaster, resilience, and relentless pursuit of financial freedom. His spirit resonated with Magnus, who saw in Livermore a reflection of his own ambition. He decided to honor Livermore's legacy by adopting his initials, ML, which eventually became Magnus. But Magnus was not born with a silver spoon. He was a struggling college student, juggling multiple jobs and his studies. He had no knowledge of trading, and the trading resources in the late 90s were scarce. But Magnus was not deterred. He was captivated by the prospect of financial independence and the adrenaline rush of trading. Working tirelessly, he spent his spare time studying stock charts and price action. He examined the movements of the top stocks in the S&P 500. His life was a cycle of work, study, and sleep, but he was fueled by his dream. After years of hard work and saving, Magnus had saved up $20,000. It was time for him to step into the big leagues. Despite being a novice, Magnus dove into the market headfirst. He was met with the harsh reality of the 2000s dot-com bubble burst. The steep drop in stock prices and the volatility of the market was a brutal introduction to the world of trading. His initial investment rapidly dwindled, leaving him on the brink of giving up. Yet, the bear market's grim reality didn't shake Magnus' resolve. Instead, he viewed the burst as a chance to learn and grow. The difficult times taught him invaluable lessons about the market, risk management, and emotional control. Magnus realized that emotions, more than news or statistics, were the driving force behind market trends. With a renewed determination, Magnus studied market history and patterns. He honed his ability to spot trends and anticipate market movements. He identified that fear and greed drove market cycles, and he learned to stay detached from the emotional roller coaster. Then came 2008, the financial crisis that shook the world. While panic and uncertainty engulfed the markets, Magnus saw an opportunity. He believed that stocks were severely undervalued, and while others were selling in fear, he bought with conviction. It was a risky move, but Magnus had confidence in his analysis and strategy. His patient approach paid off as the market eventually recovered. Magnus' $20,000 investment grew exponentially, turning into a staggering $10 million. He had not only weathered the storm but had come out stronger and wealthier. News of Magnus' success spread like wildfire. Traders around the world were captivated by his story. He became known as the Lone Wolf of Wall Street, representing the power of patience, discipline, and a contrarian approach. Magnus' name echoed through stock exchanges, and he became a sought-after speaker at trading conventions and webinars. Magnus used his newfound platform to share his journey and knowledge. He built a community of traders eager to learn from him, replicating his strategies, and striving for similar success. He emphasized the importance of continuous learning, self-improvement, and adapting to changing market conditions. But Magnus' story was not just about the numbers. It was about his relentless pursuit of knowledge, his unyielding spirit, and his commitment to his strategy. Each day, trade, and decision was a step toward his dream, fueled by his unwavering belief in himself and his method. Magnus remained grounded, aware that the market had its highs and lows. He recognized that success and failure were part of his growth as a trader. He studied not only the market but also himself, managing biases and emotional responses. This self-awareness played a pivotal role in his success. His journey taught the importance of patience, discipline, and continuous learning in trading. It emphasized the significance of self-belief, perseverance, and the courage to go against the tide. Magnus' story showed that success came from weathering storms and emerging stronger. The legend of Magnus, the lone wolf of Wall Street, continues to inspire traders worldwide. His journey exemplifies the transformative power of resilience, determination, and a well-planned strategy in the face of adversity. Magnus' story reminds us that in the darkest of times, there is always a glimmer of opportunity waiting to be seized.